So we'll start standing up, find your Pilates posture with those feet in parallel, abs zipped up, tailbone long, shoulders roll up, back and down. And we're gonna focus, as we've been doing a little bit lately, on the shoulders. So I want you to exaggerate, rotate, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and I don't care if those ribs pop up to the ceiling, and then round it, stretch the other way. Open, rotate, exaggerate, squeeze the shoulder blades, and round. And then we'll add the breath to that. Inhale to open, exhale to squeeze and round. Carol, you missed a music question. And then open and round. And two more times, we open and exaggerate, we round, and we'll stay in that open position this time. So shoulder blades are squeezed together, open across the chest. But now the last thing I want you to do, keep the shoulders squeezed, but pull the ribs down, right? So have that awareness of your abdominals, working to pull those ribs down, even though your shoulders are nice and open. All right, we're gonna work just a little bit of balance here. So we're gonna step out on that right leg. Oh, yeah, a little bit forward, sorry. We're gonna bring our left arm up and preferably get it out of your peripheral vision. Then you're gonna bend that right knee. And as you do so, I want you to point your back leg, reach, reach, reach. Maybe try to come parallel to the ground, but make sure the arm doesn't drop down. It stays lifted and back leg stays up. And then just bring that back. All right, so we reach, squeeze the shoulder blades together, stretch by bending that right knee, reach, and back down. Sorry, I banged into my fireplace there. Bend, reach, stretch, balance for a moment, and bring it down. Good, keep going. That right knee bends, so we're getting work in that right leg, so we work in that quad and that glute. And we keep reaching and stretching and lifting. Bring it down. A couple more times. And then on this last one, let's just see if we could stretch and reach and hold it with that knee bent, back leg straight though, hold, and then bring it up. Woo! That right hip should have gotten some work. So let's cross it over. Hips go to the right, arms go to the left. We're gonna bend, we're gonna pull those abs in, we're gonna drop, then we're gonna reach and lift and pivot the other way. And then we're ready to do the other side. So weight on that left leg, right toes will be back, right leg will be straight, right arm by your ear, left knee is gonna bend as you tip and reach, stretching through that right leg and, opposite arm. You knew that, right? Or whatever we did on the other side. I don't remember. Anyway. I think it was opposite arm, but I feel like it was same arm. I don't know. You guys do what's correct. Make sure whatever, that left knee is bending. It looks like it's same arm, same leg. That's what you guys appear to be doing. I did it wrong the first time, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We're getting that length. Probably would have been easier opposite arm. Just a few more here. And then on this last one, again, we'll challenge ourselves. Hold it, reach, hold it, hold it, hold it. And bring it up. Left leg crosses the right, hips go to the left, arms go to the right. Pull the belly button in as if you're going up and over a big beach ball. Drop down and then reach and lift up out of your hips and go the other way. Beautiful, shake that out. All right, we're gonna come to the back of our mat. We're gonna go into that wide stance. Let's just roll through a couple cat-cows. Full range of motion through that spine. And then on this last cow, let's stay extended, tailbone is long. Roll the shoulders out of your ears. And then I just want you to round them and squeeze them. Round them and squeeze them with support. So it's just shoulder work. 2 more times and squeeze. And then we'll walk it out in our high plank position. Hands can be a little wider, maybe shoulder width. Round and squeeze. Try to create this just through the shoulders. My hips might come up and down just the tiniest bit, but only because of what's happening in the shoulders. Keep that head in line with your spine. And then drop to your knees. Sit back. Let's reach quite far forward with those hands. Press those hips back and down. We'll come forward in a cow and back in that cat. So undulate through that spine. Again, getting movement all through that area. Beautiful. And then we'll just go ahead and sit down on our mats. Feet are going to stay on the ground. I want you to lean back and give me a curl through your whole spine. Round, round, round. Pull your belly button in. Make it disappear. Pull your ribs in. Make them disappear. Roll your shoulder blades forward. And then squeeze the shoulder blades to open, but leave the ribs in and the belly button in. So we're going to do that again. Exhale, belly button disappears. Ribs cave in. Shoulders round. And then the shoulders open, but everything else stays tucked in. And then let's go ahead and let go. So you should be in a good roll down position, abs in, ribs down, but shoulders are back. And just to exaggerate that, we're going to bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and open the arms into a T. Come back here. Squeeze, bend, and open. So it's just sort of a little flying motion, right? But we're not moving up and down at all with our torso. It's staying in place. We just move those arms and everything initiates with those shoulder blades squeezing together. So please don't do this in a rounded position because then you'll be practicing creating muscles in you know, the Hunchback of Notre Dame position. So we don't want that. And by this time, by the way, your abs should be saying something, I hope. Something like, stop. Grab hold of the backs of the legs, bend your elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades together, put the belly button in, and lift up. And from there, grow nice and tall. And then we'll just walk our feet back. We're going to go ahead and roll all the way down. We'll take a couple rocks side to side. Let those hips help you loosen up that low back by swinging those knees side to side, those hips rocking. Good, and then feet go on the ground. We're gonna bring our hands up, palms together, lift, and then squeeze them down. Lift, and then squeeze them down. One more time, lift up, squeeze down. And then we're going to do that same little rocking motion, but we're going to keep our feet on the ground and we're going to let our arms go the opposite way. Again, just kind of getting a little bit of mobility through the spine. Beautiful. And then we're going to open those arms into a T. We're going to let the knees drop to the right and bring them back up through center and let them drop to the left. and back up through center. So my feet are coming back down on the ground or staying on the ground pretty much. Just one will float on top of the other as we go side to side. Now, we're going to bring the arms to the right, and that I know that'll feel a little awkward. Your left hand will have to probably hover in space as the knees go left. And then back and over, arms go to the left, knees go to the right. And just keep that going with the breath, inhaling through center and exhaling to the side. Do what you need to do with the back arm. You could even lift it over your head and let it drop on the ground overhead if you wanted. This is more, again, about getting that opening through that thoracic region so that maybe our shoulder blades can open a little easier. And then one more time. And then finally, we're back to center. Just reach those arms overhead. Let's tip and tuck the hips a couple times. And then find neutral spine, but lift the arms up and pull those ribs flat. So here we are. This is kind of how we end up in ab prep. But we're keeping our head down for a moment, but feeling that tension in your arms create challenge in your abs. And then if you want a little more challenge, deep breath in. On the exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, but make sure they're still right between the arms. You don't see those arms come forward. Exhale everything down. If this is annoying to your back, stick up arms is one option, right? Or hands down is one option, or hands down and then they come overhead. Coming up and down with the arms overhead is adding that extra challenge. If you don't like it, if it's too much on your neck, you could even support your head so long as you promise me that your elbows don't come in to your peripheral vision. Good, two more. Exhale to lift, hold at the top, exhale down. Beautiful. Let's hug each knee in. We're going to do our single leg, pull today instead of stretch. So bring your right hand behind that right knee, left hand across, left leg up, and we're going to reach and pull that leg in as we stretch through that left leg, reaching, abs in, neutral spine if you can, switch it up and pull it in. Actually, we're just doing the stretchy version of single leg stretch. Shoulder blades together. So if you notice your forehead is curled towards your knee, try and open up to the sky. And as always, it's more about you lifting yourself to your knee instead of pulling your knee into you. And relax. Let's pivot those knees open. Go into that froggy position for slow double leg stretch. Inhale. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. On the inhale, straighten those legs. You're going to stay in that beautiful turnout. Exhale, flex those toes back towards your face. Get a big stretch through the feet and the calves and reach the arms overhead. And then inhale, point the toes, bring your hands, knees, shins, ankles, whatever, you can reach all the way up for the toes. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, open into the froggy position, knees go out, tabletop but wide. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Inhale, point those toes, stretch, reach through those legs, tighten the quads. Exhale, flex through the heels, pull those toes back towards your face, lift the arms overhead. Inhale, reach up towards those legs. Exhale, hug it in. So this is slow motion. I hope you feel these. I do. I don't know what I did yesterday, but I'm feeling them. Knees open. Exhale to lift. Inhale, point the toes and tighten through those legs. Exhale, flex those toes back as if you could touch your fingers to them, but lift the arms up overhead. Inhale, point, lift, reach. You can come all the way up, teaser type position if you want. Only if you can do that without momentum and rocking and rolling and falling backwards. Inhale to open. Exhale to lift. Inhale, point your toes. Exhale, flex. Pull those heels towards the sky. Arms reach overhead. And then inhale, point towards your toes, however you want to. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, knees open, froggy position with the feet, Pilates V. Exhale to lift. Inhale, point your toes in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, arms overhead as we flex through the heels. Inhale, point, lift, reach. And exhale down. You have one more with me, and then you're gonna have 3 on your own, so make sure you know these 6 steps. 1 is you open the knees. 2 is you lift the head, neck, and shoulders. 3, you point the toes and straighten the legs. 4, you flex through the heels and reach the arms. 5, you reach for those toes, and 6, you come down. All right, you have 3 on your own. That's 6 steps, that's 18 moves. When you finish that third one, I'm assuming you're on your second or it's 2.5, then just hug your knees into your chest, please. And then we're going to stack those legs tabletop. We're going to do something similar to what we did before with moving those hips, but this time with those legs in tabletop for a little extra challenge. Arms out in a T for now. Let the knees go side to side, but not all the way over at this point, right? Knees have to stay together, so they don't come back up open, they're glued together. Then, if you can keep your toes up where you can see them, maybe you try to go a little farther to each side. And you are welcome to try to go all the way to one side, only if you can come up with those legs still glued together. And then come to center, hug those knees in. And we're going to take a moment, put those feet down, arms go right, knees go left, left arm reaches overhead. I want a little bit of movement through that thoracic area, so lift both hands off the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then put the hands back down, knees come to the right, arms go to the left, right arm sweeps overhead, then lift the shoulder blades off the ground and squeeze them together, and then come on back up through center. All right, legs back up in that froggy position, turnout position. We're going to start with the most challenging version of toe touch. If you know you need to go back to single legs, that's fine. Arms out, head nod chest back, the neck is long, and we inhale as those legs move away from us and exhale to bring them up just nice and slowly. So you inhale as they move away, you exhale to bring them back up, and keep that going for me. If you want a little more challenge, straighten out your legs, try a single leg lower and lift on the exhale. And if that works for you, then let's go turn out from our hips, Pilates V in our legs, and reach both legs. For double leg lower. Whatever you're doing, you have 2 more. And then bend the knees, feet on the ground. We're going to drop the right leg open, left knee drops in. Feel that beautiful stretch on the front of that left hip flexor. Right arm's going to reach overhead. We're going to get that same little bit of twist in the upper body. Come on back through center. Right arm comes down, right knee drops in, left leg drops open, left arm reaches overhead. And then one more time, left knee in, right leg open, reach through those right fingers and the left ones to the side, and then back up through center, other way. And we come back through center. All right, let's do our scissors now. So we're going to extend both legs straight up in the air. We're going to do the stretchy version today. So reach for the back of the left calf, and then as always, lift yourself up to the leg, widen across your shoulders, don't round them, squeeze them together. And then I want you to flex through the right and the left and really feel that stretch. You could even reach up with your left hand and pull those toes down a little more. Inhale, switch, bring your right leg in, make sure you're lifting up to that. Flex through the right heel, maybe give those toes a little tug. Inhale to switch, exhale, pull, tug if you want. Inhale, switch, exhale, pull, tug if you want. Inhale, switch, exhale, pull, switch it up and pull, and just keep that going. If you don't like that, you are certainly welcome to do the regular version of scissors. And relax, bend both knees, put the feet on the ground for bridge, arms out in a T position. Make sure you're in neutral spine so you're not tucked nor tipped, abs are in though, and we're gonna lift up. And then we'll lift a little extra because we're gonna walk our tippy toes back so we end up on our tippy toes. We're gonna lower the hips and lower the heels. We're gonna lift the heels and lift the hips. And then we'll do that as a unit, heels and hips up and down. When you get to the top, give that extra little lift, stretch a little higher through your toes, stretch a little higher through your hips. If you can hover your hands, so your arms are reaching, but your shoulder blades are squeezed together underneath you, that'd be awesome. And relax. Those glutes and hammies should feel that quite a bit. So we're going to give them a little bit of a stretch, one leg in each hand. Let's do just a bent knee, happy baby. So you're going to bring one knee in and then the other. And then we'll bring the feet together. We'll leave the hands where they are. And we're doing just a different version of rolling like a ball here. Exhaling to roll, inhaling to pause at the top and lift up 2 more times. If you need to roll side to side, you know that's fine. And then you sit up this time, keep your hands where they are, bring your feet apart. Your spine should be very tall. Let's lift up as if we're doing a tricep dip, push the hips back, and that should put you on your hip bones, sit bones, but if not, then scoot them out from under you. Bring your arms in front of you, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and we'll bring them back. Where's your head? It should be, so you're sitting up tall, arms behind you, arms behind you, arms behind you, elbows wide, squeeze those shoulder blades, make sure your ear is over your shoulder, then you're gonna hinge and you're gonna fly your arms backwards. If you can straighten your legs without your hips rolling under, feel free to do that. I want you to press back with your shoulder blades and push forward with your chest. Try and keep your head in line, not ahead, but not behind. So different version of spine stretch. And then sit up. Take your hand that's closest to me, bring it out into a T position, and then pivot it towards me as your back hand comes around. Make sure that your weight is still equally on both hips. Take that back hand, reach forward, and without rounding the upper body, so you're facing me, without rounding the upper body, come down with that hand. And use that hand to pivot deeper into the twist. And then again, notice if you've tipped your hips, equal weight on both hips. Come on back up through center, take the arm that's facing me, bring it between your legs, take your back arm behind you, reach and flex without rounding, bring your hand down, use that to help you twist a little farther. Inhale back up, exhale, you're twisting to me, stretch and reach, try not to round that shoulders, inhale, lift, exhale, twist, reach. Maybe even squeeze the shoulder blades together right at that moment that you're reaching for your foot and you're thinking, oh, if I go farther, but no, if you squeeze your shoulder blades together, you don't. No bouncing, by the way. So we're not doing ballistic stretching. Inhale tall, exhale, twist and reach, head in line with your spine the whole time. Don't be tempted to look down because that's where that head starts to drop, and then round that upper back. One more. Beautiful. Woo. Come on back through center. That should have given you a beautiful, nice stretch across your chest. We're coming down onto our side line, long, straight line. So as always, your arm is underneath your ear. When you look down, you shouldn't really be able to see your toes. Top hand is going to reach under and encourage that waistline to lift. And we want to maintain that. Then that top hand is going to rest on your top leg. We're going to lift that top leg up in a point. We're going to exhale, flex through the heel. We're going to turn the toe down. We're going to tighten the quadricep. And we're going to bring that toe to the front corner of the mat without wobbling. We're going to lift it up. We're going to turn it the other way, toe up, heel down, and tap it behind us. Lift up, nose dive forward, lift up, heel to the back. So we go leg up, toe down in front, leg up, heel down and behind. Notice if your upper body is woo woo, and try to stabilize through that. You need to put these fingertips on the ground, little spider fingertips, that's fine. But if you can maybe keep it up, then off, then you're making your abs kind of adjust. It's up to you. And then bend that knee, give that hip a little bit of love. It probably, hopefully needs it. All right, and then we're gonna just come on up and do the exact same thing on the other side. So as you lie down, you're in that long straight line, arm is underneath your ear, toes are pointed, you can't really see them, your top hand helps encourage your waistline to lift, and then it goes on that top hip. Lift up, bring the leg in front, turn the toe down, tap the toe to the front corner of your mat, lift it up, pivot so the heel comes down first and tap behind you. Up, toe down, lift, heel down. So you lift and you toe tap and you lift and you heel tap. And again, waistline is off the ground. And relax. Give that hip a little love. And then we're rolling over onto our abs, please. Hands stacked up, forehead can just rest there. Lift your right leg, stretch it long, bring it down. Left leg, stretch, reach, bring it down. All right, pull your belly button in. So you're giving some protection to your low back. Stretch your right leg as long as you can until it lifts up in the air as high as you feel comfortable without pain in your low back, and gently bring that down. Left leg reaches, reaches, reaches till it lifts and bring it down. Right leg lift and stretch and bring it down. Left leg reach and stretch and bring it down. One more each side, belly button stays lifted. Notice how that belly button wants to drop down and relax. All right, now toes turn in, let those heels relax just a little bit for a moment. Deep breath in, exhale, pull the belly button in, lift those legs up. You can stay in that turnout or you can bring your heels closer together. Hold and come down. Inhale, belly button lifts, exhale, lift and hold. And down, two more like that. And relax. All right, option now to lift the upper body up at the same time. We're going to leave these hands stacked, deep breath in, exhale, both legs lift if you want to. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift, head in line with your spine, and down. Inhale, Exhale, lift, stretch, reach. And bring it down one more time like that. Inhale, lift everything up, belly button included. Stretch those arms if you want back and relax. And once again, we're gonna rest in our shell stretch. Arms in front or by your sides. You can always make little fists to give yourself some space behind your leg, behind your knees. And then we'll come forward. We're going to bring our hands forward and to the right corner of the mat. Roll through a couple cats. Beautiful. Back through center. Hands stay out front, but go to the left. And back through center. One cat, one cow. From that cow position, pull your belly button in, pull your belly button, your low abs, your belly button, and your ribs in, so you're in neutral spine. Then from there, take your right toes, tuck them, and push through that heel to get a nice stretch in your calf. Then roll forward until only your big toe is on the ground, and then roll another 1/4 of an inch forward till the toe nail is the only thing on the ground. And then lift that right leg even with your hip. Try not to lift it here, or that'll put you in an arch. And then from there, I want you to just hold this for a couple breaths, making sure that your abs are still in and your ribs are still in. Then if you want, you can extend that left arm up over your ear. Back of the neck is long, right shoulder out of your ear, shoulder blades squeeze together, right toes reaching, left hand reaching. You're welcome to do a tap and lift or just hold it here. You could do a small open close, but I suggest if you do that with that left arm to the left and right leg to the right, you make it very small so you're not swaying your hips too much. And then bring all that down. Woo, shake those hips out, round through a cat. Inhale through a cow. And then again, we'll pull the belly button in, we'll pull the abs in, we'll pull the ribs in. We're going to stretch those left toes back. Press that heel, get a nice calf stretch, and then start to slip forward until just your big toe is on the ground, and then we lift it up. And again, you are certainly welcome to stay here. If you want to, you can add that right arm by your right ear, and you can just hold. Or you can tap and lift, you can open and close, it's all up to you. And then gently come on down, round through a cat, inhale through a cow, come down onto your forearm, hands, arms apart, hands apart, please. Drop those hips down, shoulders, let's roll them, squeeze them up and open the chest. And then again, roll, squeeze, up, back and down. Tuck those shoulder blades into your back hip pockets. Pull the belly button in and stretch the chest forward as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. So same thing we've been doing, opening that chest. But then I want you to lift the hips off the ground. So pre-plank position, but don't just lift and hover, lift, really lift so you feel like you're in a plank. And then option, roll onto the fronts of your thighs with all 10 toes straight up in the air. Option to tuck those toes and press through those heels. And just hold your plank. And relax, I didn't freeze. Woo, bring that down. Let's just windshield wiper those legs side to side. And then relax. Get a nice stretch. Roll back, come forward again, cow and cat. Beautiful. And then we're back over onto our spine, please. We're going to go back to that bridge pose that we did earlier with both feet, but we're going to do single leg now. So take a moment, give your spine a chance to adjust, maybe take a couple tucks and tips. And then neutral, so hips are parallel with the ceiling, abs are in, ribs are flat. Lift, 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 and then come back up on those tippy toes, shoulders back and down. This time, right knee is going to come here, and we're going to try and keep it in this right angle. Lower your left heel, lower both hips, lift both, lower and lift. Now you can certainly do straight leg, but more challenging would be straight leg glued to your left leg out on this angle. So it's up to you what you want to do. And then we'll bring everything down, take a breath, tuck, tip, come up, scoochie onto your tippy toes, left leg tabletop, right heel down, both hips down, and we lift and lower. And relax. And once again, we'll grab each leg, give them a chance to get a little quick stretch here. And then we're going to go back to our side-to-side movement, but this time we're going to have straight legs. And again, glue everything together. We're going to let the legs start to go over to the left, but only go as far as you can go, and keep your legs together, back up through center and over to the right. Now, if you feel a lot of pulling on your low back, go back to the bent knee position we did in tabletop, or even feet on the ground. If you want to do a little add-on, you turn it into a circle, or at least a semicircle, but you make sure that you reverse every time. And then we'll bend both knees and hug them in. We're going to put the feet on the ground, and your arms overhead, right arm to the side, left arm overhead, knees drop all the way over to the left in that same stretch we did earlier. Lift arms off the ground and squeeze the shoulder blades together, then let them open again. Knees come back up through center and drop to the left as the arms come in opposite direction. Lift them up a little so you can squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then relax them down, and then back up through center, both arms overhead. Deep breath in, stretch your legs out, reach, 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 and then exhale, bring that right leg up and in, grab hold of the hamstring, exhale, flex and point. So long leg stretch here, maybe some circles. Go the other way for me. And then that right leg is going to turn out. We're going to hug that leg up and over to the right. Let your right elbow support it. Then bend that knee. Use your left hand, bring it across, right arm goes to the side. And then again, when we get to that stretch, we're going to stretch the leg out, turn the toes down, use your left elbow on the ground to prop that left leg up. And then bend that right knee, hug it up and in to your left shoulder again, and then you're going to bring that left knee behind it. Big hug, use that left leg to hug that right knee even closer. Maybe reach down, give yourself a little foot massage on that right foot if you can. And then arms into a T and knees will drop left. While you're there, straighten out your left leg. Roll back through center, let your right leg drop into a passive figure 4. Just enjoy that for a moment. And then let it slip off and hang out beside the left one. It should feel longer and leaner and flatter. Left knee in, give it a big hug, 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 and then extend. Hold your hamstring. We'll do the pointing and flexing on that left side. Maybe some circles. Then you're gonna let that leg drop over to the left, supporting it with your left hand as the left elbow rests on the ground. Just a little bit of inner thigh stretch. Then we'll bend it in and bring it across the right shoulder. And then as we straighten it, we support it with the right hand, toe down for that outer hip stretch. And then we'll bend that knee. We're going to come back through center. We're going to tuck the right leg behind it and grab that right shin. Pull everything in really close and over to the right. That will give you a big stretch on that left hip. You can reach down, give that foot a little love, left foot. And then arms into that T and knees will drop to the right, please. And while you're there, the right leg straightens, left leg drapes over it as you come back through center, passive figure 4. And then toes reach, arms reach. Exhale, roll it up. Meet me on your hands and knees. We'll do that undulating cow cat again. If you want to move it to one side, you're welcome to do that. Beautiful. Back through center, stack your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together and press. Squeeze and press, squeeze and press. One more time. Squeeze those shoulder blades, head in line, toes tuck, knees lift, hover, hover, and then press back. And then one at a time, those legs can pedal up and down, heels can pedal up and down. And then wide stance, you're gonna nod yes as you hang over and shake your head no. Bend those knees, hands on your thighs, exhale cat. Inhale cow, hands to your heart, big deep breath in, exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale. Thank you much and happy.